I kind of forgot that I wanted to talk about something else. I did get a prescription prenatal pill. They're called P and V DHA, and I'm assuming that stands for prenatal vitamin DHA, but it's by Excella. And this is so you guys can see it. This is what the bottle looks like. I noticed something, and it was really weird. Normally, I take a prenatal vitamin or a multivitamin, and they tell you they recommend you take it with a meal. But this one says to take this medication on an empty stomach 1 hour before or 2 to 3 hours after a meal. Now, I thought that was a little weird because it's a multivitamin. Now, it is a soft gel, so that may be why you can take it on an empty stomach or why they prefer you to take it on an empty stomach. I don't know. But when I got these prenatal pills, I was a little shocked. This is how big they are. They're blue. They do contain a DHA. They have BP321 written on the side of it. So if you ever get these pills, this is what they should look like. I don't know if you can order these online without a prescription, but if you do, this is what they're supposed to look like. Now, one thing that kind of threw me off is when I was reading the ingredients of what these contain. So I wanted to know what the difference between prescription prenatal pills and regular prenatal pills. I wanted to know what the differences were. One thing I noticed was a drastic amount of ingredients. There's almost nothing in them. Like this one contains vitamin C, D3, vitamin E, B6, folate, and it has it listed as a L-methylfolate calcium, and don't correct me if I pronounce that wrong, and that's 600 micrograms, folic acid 400 micrograms. So it's kind of like a mix of two, but they call it folate, but it's 600 micrograms of one, 400 micrograms of the other. B12, calcium, iron, magnesium, and the DHA. Now, I talked to the prescribing doctor because I said, I'm almost out of my store brand prenatal pills, but if I can get prenatal pills, as a prescription, I can submit them. It'll cost me a lot less than, purchasing regular prenatal pills over the counter. Now I'm not so sure if I'm going to get the benefits that I thought, would be in a regular prenatal pill. Like I said, it just has those ingredients in there, and that's it. Now, I don't know if it's because the DHA doesn't mix well with other vitamins, and that's why it's always considered separate from the rest of the vitamins. Like most of the time when you look in the store, you'll see DHA comes in a soft gel by itself, and then you have your regular prenatal pill. I'm not too sure, so I am going to talk to my doctor the next time that I go back to her. And this was not my endocrinologist that gave me these. This was my regular physician that gave me these. Okay, like this one right here. This is the CVS brand. I know you guys can't see it because of the glare, but this is the CVS brand. And this one has vitamins A, C, D, E, thiamine, which is B1, B2, niacin, B6, folic acid, B12, calcium, iron, and zinc. Now, as you see, it's a lot more. But one thing I did read, that vitamin A can be toxic to the growing baby if you have too much of it in your system. So that was one thing that kind of bothered me. So I'm like, okay, so maybe that's why the vitamin A is not in that one. But I'm pretty much right now on the fence because I've been doing a lot of reading and I can't figure out which one would be best for me. So I think what I want to do, and like I said, I'm not going to make a decision until I talk this over with my physician, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate the days in which I take a multivitamin like this, and then taking the prescription multivitamin, just so I know that I have everything that I need, but I'm not overdoing it. I don't want to overdo anything because, like I said, too much of one thing can be dangerous. And I always say, whether it's something that's considered a toxin or anything else, everything is good for you in moderation. That's how I look at it. You can have a little bit of poison, you could be okay. It's kind of like drinking alcohol. One glass is cool, two glasses maybe just way too many. So I'm going to take my vitamins the same way. Now I do eat a pretty balanced, diet. I do have a lot of vegetables and things of that nature in my diet, but you never know. I might need other things. Like I said, I am always tired. They said I was slightly anemic, but I do, have the iron in both the prenatal vitamins, whether it's the prescribed one or the one that I have over the counter. I am going to ask for a different over the counter prenatal pill, and I'm going to see what the difference is. And if there's no real difference in that, then I am going to just stick with prescribed prenatal pills just because you know, I can get them cheaper as in following it through my prescription plan than just buying them over the counter. But that was one thing I noticed. And of course, the one that I just showed you does not have DHA in it. But I do have their supplement in DHA, which is this one right here. And this just has 200 milligrams of DHA. And this is 300 milligrams of DHA. So, you know, I'm kind of still on the fence on what I want to do, because this pack right here for a 30-day supply, this is $10. Now, I got these when they were on sale, buy one, get one free. Most of the time, CVS does have things that are always on sale, buy one, get one free when it comes time for the vitamins. So I don't know what I want to do, and I don't know if DHA is prescribed as a prescription, and if I can get that. But next time I do go to my doctor's, I will be, you know, asking her about that and see what she says. Just so, you know, I'm looking at a way to, you know, get the best bang for my buck, pretty much. I really don't have a preference. I just want to make sure that I don't have any nutritional gaps while I'm pregnant, and even when I'm not pregnant, I don't want any nutritional gaps, because hey, we all need to be healthy, regardless whether we're trying to have a baby or not. So I had decided that I'm going to take, you know, these pills every other day. I just did my DHA, or my prescribed prenatal today. Tomorrow I'm going to do, you know, my regular over-the-counter prenatal. And like I said, I am still on the fence of whether or not on my other day when I'm taking my over the counter, if I'm going to take this or not. Most likely I'm not. I'm just going to do it every other day. Like I said, I don't want to overdo it. And they said more than 3 grams of DHA can actually be harmful to your health. I forget exactly what it said when I was reading it, but I know you shouldn't have more than 3 grams. You know, these are supplements. I don't think that my diet calls, you know, for me to take them every day, or, you know, try to get all these things in my system every day, because I do eat pretty well. So I think with me doing every other day, of alternating them, I think I'm going to be okay. I'm not too sure. I also added some biotin into the pills that I take, and that was just, you know, my hair. I do want it, you know, to grow some, and it's not, I don't think biotin helps your hair grow, but I do think it helps retain your length. But I also was reading that, you know, some doctors do recommend that you take something that has biotin in it, or they recommend, you know, 1,000 milligrams of biotin to pregnant women, because they said, you know, we don't get enough of that in our diets. So I do plan on taking one pill twice a week, because the pills that I work, they're 7,500 micrograms or milligrams, or whichever one it is. I believe it's, no, I think it's milligrams of the biotin. That's like way too much. That's 1,400 and 1 week. If I were to take one, you know, it's twice a day. If I were to take regular 1,000 milligram pills, that would be just taking 5,000 a week. So that one pill actually lasts me, you know, for a whole week. But I may just do 2. I'm thinking that's what I want to do, but right now I'm only going to take the one. And I took that one yesterday. So yesterday was Monday, so I'm good now until at least Friday. That is a water soluble thing. Most of the vitamins that we do take are water soluble, so that's good. And the more water you drink, if you need to flush it out of your system, you will. Your system will flush out naturally what you don't need, but it won't, you know, flush out what you do need. So that's one plus. So I decided that's what I want to do right now. When I do go back to see my regular physician, my endocrinologist, and my reproductive endocrinologist, I'm going to discuss what I'm taking with all of them, and get their advice, and then pretty much I'm going to go from there. But most likely, I do believe that I'm not doing anything harmful to my health right now, or to, you know, my conception health right now either. So I will chit chat with you guys later and give you an update on what my doctors say. All right, bye.